Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my garden. I actually have a little bumblebee on my plant here that has just distracted me. Okay, well, let's begin again. And as you can see, my friend is back. And you're going to hear different things in the background. It's called nature, and I love it, which is why I love being out in my yard, especially early in the morning. Now today I decided to come out with an iced tea in lieu of a hot coffee or hot tea. We have quite the heat wave coming in today, and I'm probably going to be spending most of the time indoors where I have air conditioning. Now, as you can see, I do have a basket sitting in front of me here. This is filled with some of my favorite things. And I have to say, I love watching videos where people are sharing some of their favorite items. I have learned about so many different things that I probably would not have been aware of. Now, I do have to say, when I'm watching people and it's their favorite things, it's a little different than someone trying to sell me something, a sponsored video. This is definitely not a sponsored video. Everything I am showing you today, I have purchased with my own hard-earned money. However, I will be linking as many things as I can below the video. A lot of those may be linked to Amazon simply because that's the easiest way for me to do it. A lot of these items I've purchased from Amazon. If you purchase through my link, I do earn pennies, friends. It's pennies on the dollar. It's not much. It's not enough to force me to ask you to buy something that I don't like. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to share. So I want to begin with this little fan that I have going here. I've shared it with you before. You may hear it in the background, but I love it. Even just when I'm putting on makeup in the bathroom and sitting at my computer working, it's just a nice little breeze. Having it out here while I'm talking to you is great. It just gives me a little breeze. It does have, I think it's 3 settings. Yes, there are 3 settings on this. And I just love it. It comes in different colors. It's a lot of fun. It'd be great to have at your desk if you're working at a desk. The other thing I'm going to show you, because I want to run and get it back indoors. Have you heard of these frozen cotton candy grapes? I had not heard of them. They are sweet, and I'm telling you, friends, they taste like cotton candy. It's crazy. So as you can imagine, on a day like today, they make a wonderful little snack. I'll take one out to show you. Literally, they are grapes. They are sweet, they're cold. It makes for a wonderful snack during the summer. I was showing my daughter these the other day. She's like, oh yeah, I've been buying those forever. I don't know. I had not seen them before. I just spotted them in my local grocery store the other day, and I decided to try them, and I'm glad I did. So let me know if you've heard of them. Otherwise, I do recommend these. Okay, now that I've mentioned those, the next category I want to do is, to be quite honest, is one of my favorite categories, if you will, and that is skincare and makeup. I have been into skincare and makeup, oh my goodness, since I was probably 10 years old. I just love it. You can ask my daughters. I have way too much of it because I'm always trying things, but I love it. I personally prefer spending my money on skincare and makeup over clothing. That's just who I am. So I have a brand here. Many of you may have seen it or heard of it. It's called Prequel, and I purchased mine at Target. It is actually a line that has been developed by a dermatologist. I have tried numerous things in the line. There's not a ton of products, but everything I've tried I really like. I've been happy with. I have been using these items, at least a couple of months, if not longer. But the first thing is the vitamin C. I love their vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is very important for our skin, especially as we're aging. It is an antioxidant. It does help to protect your skin from sun damage. That is what some of our age spots are from, right? Is from being out in the sun. It helps to give us a more even skin tone as best as we can do. It also helps to brighten the skin. So this one actually is vitamin C. It also has ferulic acid in it, niacinamide. So it's helping to brighten and firm the skin. Again, Prequel vitamin C is wonderful. If you buy packages that are clear, that have vitamin C in it, make sure you're keeping it in a dark cabinet or drawer. You don't want it exposed to the light. It does damage the vitamin C that's in it. I also have their, it's called their Multi-Quench Plumping Hydration Serum. And this really does, it's like a hyaluronic acid, and I love it. It does provide some moisture, however, not enough that you can eliminate your moisturizer. Now, I would like to also state I do have normal to dry skin. I am not oily at all. Back in my teens, I was maybe a little oily in my T-zone area, but I would consider my skin right now normal to dry. But I think these items would be fine for any skin types. The other item is it is called Half and Half. It's peptides and ceramides fluid moisturizer. It's a very light moisturizer. As I don't know if you can see, but it is very liquidy. It's wonderful for summer. And so I will put on the vitamin C, my hyaluronic acid, and this, and it is plenty of moisture for me. So it does have it is a peptide complex which improves the fine lines and wrinkles in your skin, and then the ceramide helps to strengthen your moisture barrier, so in other words, to hold that moisture in. I don't think I need to worry about that on a day like today when it's so humid. But anyway, Prequel, I'm loving everything I have used. It's just skincare. They don't have makeup items yet that I'm aware of, but it is skincare and I'm loving it. The other thing that we need to remember is sunscreen, friends. Very important to use sunscreen all over, of course, but especially on our face, on our neck. I need to remember more often the backs of my hands. I'm very bad with that because think about it, even with driving. However, you know, I'm washing my hands all the time, so maybe that's why I don't remember to put it on. But anyway, two that I have been liking is I bought just a tiny trial size. I believe I got this at Sephora. It's the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen. It's an SPF of 50. I really like this. It just glides right onto my skin. I do let it sit for probably at least 5 minutes prior to putting on my makeup. And it plays well with my makeup. It does not affect it at all. The other one that I picked up is Clinique. And it's the Clinique UV Solutions Brightening SPF 50. This one is tinted a little. I do like that. If there's a day you don't want to be putting on makeup or foundation, then this adds just a tiny bit of color to the skin. I'm really liking this. And a fun fact, I used to sell Clinique makeup back when I was in college. They even sent me to a school to learn about skincare and makeup, which was right up my alley. Okay, and then the last of the makeup items is, I'm not sure if you've heard of the brand Prime. This is something I have not seen in stores yet. It is something you order online, but I have tried so many different mascaras, and I'm always finding, even the waterproof, I get smears underneath, on top. I'm a mess. But this Prime Lash, I ordered one, and I have reordered it. I think I'm on my third mascara right now. I do have my most recent order. I added a navy blue, which I thought would be kind of fun for summer, but I love the black for year round, and I don't get any smearing. It stays on my lashes all day. I absolutely love it. It gives me volume and length, but the biggest thing is it does not smear for me. So Prime Cosmetics, I've tried the mascara, and I have been using their eyeliners. Again, I love them. You do not have to sharpen them. You just roll them up. And I don't know, I've not had any issues with this, which makes me want to try even more items in this brand. 3 that I have are Sapphire, Coal, and Mocha. I need to reorder my Coal because I'm pretty much out of it. Yeah, I can't even roll it up anymore. So I think it's time to order another one. I cannot recommend that brand enough. Okay, and then the last of from my makeup skincare category is this little Neutrogena Hydro Boost Lip Balm. This is in Sheer Berry. I am constantly putting on lip glosses, chapsticks. Lips do feel dry fairly often. Mark may tell you it's because I talk too much. I don't know. But yes, I ordered this one, Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have several that I have purchased through the years, different lip balms that I like. This one is at a great price point, and it almost feels like a mask. It's great to put it on in the evening before you go to bed, and I'm loving it. So I highly recommend that also. So now let's move on to, let's go on to the kitchen items. You may find a little odd, I don't know. They're vegetable peelers. Now, these are the vegetable peelers I think most of us have and probably grew up with. I don't even know the brand on this. It says made in Sweden. I don't know. I've had this forever. This is the one Mark will reach for. He likes it probably because it's what his mother used. I don't know. However, I have these. The brand is Rada, R-A-D-A. This is the one my daughters and I will reach for. I'm telling you, it literally glides across your vegetables, potatoes, whatever it is you have. My aunt had this, and I grew up using this at her house. I just thought it was the greatest thing because my stepmother had this. And I purchased one years ago. I was in northern Michigan at an Amish store, and they had this entire brand. I was so excited. So I purchased this. I purchased some steak knives. I may have a paring knife also. This particular one I have had, I bet it's been 30 years now, and I use it all the time. So I found these on Amazon. I was so excited. I purchased another one, and I think this glides even better than this. Again, it's 30 years old, but I could not recommend it enough. Obviously, they last forever. And I've also purchased the tomato slicer knife. This is made in the USA, like I said. It says America's sharpest knives since 1948. So they've been in business since 1948. This is going to flawlessly slice my tomatoes. We'll see. I haven't opened it yet because I don't have any garden fresh tomatoes, but I'm excited to try this. So I cannot recommend it enough. I also have a question for my New England friends. I used to go to the Amish stores when I lived in Michigan. They had them in northern Michigan. I would go to Holmes County, Ohio, which if you've never been, I highly recommend. Add that to my favorites list. I would like to know, are there any out here in New England? My guess would be if there was an Amish community that it would be inland in Maine, simply because that's probably the most flat areas I have seen out here, which you need because they are big farmers. So I would love to know if you have any. Because I miss going to them. I miss going to their foods, their little grocery stores, their home goods stores. If they have a bakery, oh my goodness. It's like no other. I'm telling you, it's delicious. Let's move on. The next thing is I probably won't be able to link. I don't think I'll be able to link this for you, friends. It's from Trader Joe's. It's called the Crunchy Chili Onion Seasoning Blend. This is so good. I'm addicted. I was introduced to this by my neighbor. She had me over for lunch one day and she had served a little salad that had cottage cheese in it with some tomatoes and cucumbers, and she sprinkled this on top. Oh my goodness. It has a tiny bit of a crunch, a tiny bit of a zing. It is so good. I have been using this on all kinds of different salads. I've used it on chicken. You can use it on anything. I highly recommend it. It's a tiny bit spicy, nothing horrific. Speaking of spices, I also have my dried spices here that I go through like there's no tomorrow. These I do sell in my store because I was buying them so much myself. I thought, oh, if I could get them to share, that would be great. And they have been very popular with many of you. So I have the Southwestern herb, I have the taco seasoning, I have Greek herb, garlic, chive, dill, onion herb. These three typically I add to a Greek yogurt or a sour cream as a vegetable dip. I'm sure you could also thin it out and I don't know, say add it on, and say maybe add it on top of a chicken to marinate that in. And the taco seasoning and Southwestern seasoning, quite honestly, I use these interchangeably. I use these for tacos, enchiladas, burritos, whatever. So as an example, let me read you this one. This is the Southwestern herb. Chili powder, paprika, onion, cumin, sea salt, parsley, red pepper, chives. That's it. That's it. I can read these ingredients. I know what they are. There's no additives. They're wonderful. And I have been using them for several years. They've been very popular with you. So I am definitely adding those to my favorites. And then the last thing we're going to talk about today is a couple of books that I've been reading this summer. Now, I am guilty of probably having 2 to 3 books going at the same time. I know that can drive some people nuts, but typically I have one that I keep downstairs. I have one, well, I have a lot, but one going next to my bedside table. And I don't know, sometimes I just like to change it up a little. However, you can see I am almost done with both of these. The first one is Luann Rice, Summer Light. I believe I shared this. I think I showed it to you when I went up to Sculptured Rocks. I love Luann Rice. I discovered her probably, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. I have read and I own so many of her books. I originally fell in love with them. I love her writing, but they all take place in New England, at least the ones I have read. She has many out there. I haven't read them all. Though all of the ones that I have are based pretty much in Connecticut. This one goes back and forth between Connecticut and Boston. It's a nice read. There's always a love story involved. It's nothing gory or anything like that. It's just a nice little love story, but there's also a touch of mystery in them. It's hard to explain. But this one is, the main character is May Taylor, and she's a wedding planner in Connecticut, and she ends up meeting and marrying a hockey player that plays for the Boston Bruins. So it just kind of tells their story. It is second marriage for him, and I don't want to give too much away, but I really enjoy Luann Rice. I would highly recommend most of her books. I'm going to insert a picture of all of the titles of all of the ones that I have, and I keep them because I will reread them. I apologize, friends, but my camera cut out on me, which I was not aware of while I was talking about my second book, and that is The Beekeeper's Cottage. This one, the Luann Rice books, the majority of them take place in New England, at least the ones I have read, and this one takes place in England. I mean, look at the cute cottage. Isn't it adorable? So they say if you like Jenny Colgan as an author, you would like Emma Davies also. And so this one is Beekeeper Grace thought throwing out her cheating husband would be the hardest thing she ever did. But when she opens the door to a property developer one morning, it's clear that keeping her beautiful home and garden, her only sanctuary throughout her miserable marriage, will be the greatest challenge of all. So I'm not going to give much away, but I have enjoyed the book. Again, I am almost done with it. The only thing I wish, you know how much I love homes. I do wish they would go into describing the interior of the home a little more than they do, but that's perfectly fine. That's just me. I do love The Beekeeper's Cottage, and I recommend it. I am going to see if she has any other books. If she does, I will be picking those up also. Okay, that's it for my books. So that's it for today, friends. You may see it's getting a little toasty out here, but I hope you enjoyed this. I love watching favorites videos. Like I said, it gives me some great ideas and has introduced me to products I still use and love to this day. So I am going to let you go for now. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay cool. I know I'm going to try. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.